Happy Friday, everyone. It's it. We made it. It's it. The work week is over. We've done it. We've survived. But boy, what the hell? One hell of a week, though. Boy, what a hell of a week. We got more of the world burning down. We got entire flocks of people going insane. We even have I can't say that, never mind. I can't say that. we have what looks to be a human being lecturing us about how hard life is as a video game talking head. Oh my god, I love that. I love that. Oh man. So we're going to pick up where we left off, hopefully. And the Empire of Japan will eventually rule all of China, and then we'll see where it goes from there. The idea is to eventually turn on Germany, and then, if we can, turn on the United States. Let's say turn on. We're going to attack them eventually. I mean, come on. We're Japan. We got to do something with the United States. We have to introduce them to anime somehow. I mean, come on. Let's turn that down. Now, where were we? Improv expert. Let's probably do that. You're level 8? Huh. Interesting. What were my roles again? So I'm on infiltration. I kind of don't want to do that because once I take China, I'm going to have access to a lot more bodies than I normally would. So I kind of want to save everything for the mass assault doctrine. That's kind of my focus. Can I? No, I can't get you yet. It's not fair. Meanwhile, I really don't need them because my freaking army experience is through the roof. Alright, well, let's see here. Well, how are my spies doing? Okay, you're rescuing him. You're doing propaganda in the U.S. I don't know how well it's working. Let's see here. Silver Legion America. That's a weird name, but alright. I don't want to do that. Well, actually, no, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. I can do probably a couple of those. That's okay, though. Outdated equipment. Oh, that's right. I needed to slowly scale that down. But that's okay, because they're not up to date yet. My factories aren't quite there yet. But eventually, I'm going to just kick this over to do Type 100s. And I'm going to have a lot more infantry equipment coming out. Modify the officer corps. Division attack. I say I want this guy. I'm going to save that. I don't want to spend money on that. Or, well, command power. I don't want to spend command power on that. Let's see what we got. So, remember, yeah, I took the coasts. I'm slowly pushing in. Just trying to pick up where I left off here, guys. What is this? Makeshift brigades. Or bridges. Makeshift bridges. Adaptable. Let's do that. That looks way more useful. I already have this. Although he's going to be... Felix? Hi, Felix. Come here, Felix. 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 Come here, Felix. Come here. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright, let's see here. Cancel. We're going to save all this for a little bit later. Just a little bit later. Now I've got air wings that apparently need something to do. Actually, let's look at my navy here. Concealment. Actually, I kind of do want to do that. Oh, wait. Mine layer. Yes. You are... Oh, no. Not you. Not, you. Oh, crap. I just spent money. Ah, god dang it. All right, well, whatever. Mine laying efficiency is exactly what I want, so that's good. You shouldn't have anything but submarines. None of those are in need of retrofitting, I don't think. And I think I have my entire... Oh, no, I guess not anymore. I did have my entire Navy working on retrofits for a while. How long is it going to take you? 296 days. And you are 1940, so that's going to take almost an entire year. What kind of ship is this? I forget. Design is... where is it? Ah, god dang it. What up, AD? How are you doing? How are you doing today, sir? I forget where. How can I tell what year this is? Is a carrier tired? Well, it's Friday. I mean, come on, man. We're all tired. But the day's over. The week is over. It's time to have fun. Or at least attempt to have fun. One of the two. Okay, definitely gonna upgrade you. Wait, you're a cruiser? Okay, what do we got? Can we upgrade you? We can, but do I have radar in the mix? Oh man, I'm living the dream. This week's been fantastic for me. I say fantastic. It's been funny. I mean, I forgot G4 TV was a thing up until the other day, and now I'm having a blast, man. Like, it's incredible how much I've forgotten until they decided to make a, well, I'm not going to say that word. Make a specific excretional cavities out of themselves. What do I want to say? That was fantastic. Absolutely, utterly fantastic. How long is it going to take? Upgrades. Let's do this one. Got lots of torpedo tubes. 42 days. It's not bad. I will have to ramp down some of my stuff. Actually, no. I don't want to do that at all. Okay, let's do that. Let's actually look at... Oh, I don't have any Navy experience. God dang it. All right, fine, whatever. No, don't do that. All right, let's just upgrade everybody. You're not too wrong. That's the funny part. All right, let's see here. Light battery. Those are what? Mine laying rails? Yep. And let's do anti-air. Let's upgrade everything. And I can't upgrade. I can't do that. All right, reset. I really don't care about the mine laying rails, but it looks like... So what makes this thing so expensive? Man, like, again, like, if you think that... So I'm going to talk about this for a little bit. The whole debacle with, what's her face? The Fosk lady or whatever her friggin' name is. I mean... That was an embarrassing thing to watch, and I watched it once, and I was like, I'm good. Like I don't need to see any of this again. But man, was that really, really just sad to watch. Some chick surrounded by people that look presentable, and then what is she wearing? She looks like she's freaking on the street corner selling drugs. Like, that's the part that I don't get it. I don't get it. She's wearing a heavy coat. Nobody else is. She's wearing a heavy coat. And everyone else looks presentable but her. And then she has the balls to sit there and say, that she's the one that's being mistreated. You know, because people are objectifying me. As like, honey, please, no one's objectifying you. For the love of God, nobody would. You wish they would. Good God, you wish they would. I can't imagine. I don't get that at all. Like, I genuinely don't understand that. It's like, how can you actually believe that? Like, what is it that you're telling yourself that tells you that that's actually real? And I genuinely want to know the answer to that question, because it's really sad. I mean, oh, that's too long. That's fine. I mean, my experience with G4 TV is from many years ago. I don't remember much, but I remember, I mean, I think at the tail end where they had like little things going on TV, and they had their own TV channel. And the only reason I even found it is I was channel surfing at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And that's about it. I mean, not a whole lot going on. Oh, we are in the process of committing many war crimes in China, and I'm trying to hold my tongue when it comes down to committing a war crime against G4 TV. Right now I'm trying to refit my entire navy. But no, so I mean, I'm not against people saying, "Hey, you know, calm down, everybody. We need to be more professional." Yeah, I get that. Meanwhile, the person that's being unprofessional is the person that's talking about it. And the best part about it is, if I remember correctly, her co-hosts were wearing jeans, collared shirt, ties. I think. I only saw it once, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, the guy to her left, or sorry, to her right, is a fatter guy. Collared shirt, jeans, looks presentable. Fine. Guy to her left, collared shirt, jeans, presentable. Guy in the booth, collared shirt, jeans, looks presentable. Gets to her, jeans, tats everywhere, like 3 layers of jackets. I'm like, good Lord, woman. Well, this is on a YouTube channel. And by the way, the reason they did that was to do exactly what they're doing right now. They even admitted it in the middle of her little tirade, right? They admitted what they were doing, and I don't even think they noticed it. I don't think they know what they did, because they quite literally said what they were doing in this little speech she gave, which I thought was hilarious. I was trying not to fall down. It was great. I mean, it's rare that I get to see somebody do something that stupid, but when you have somebody come out and quite literally call themselves useless, that's just gold to me. That's just funny. And that's exactly what she did. She, while everybody was cheering her on, I was laughing at her the entire time because, I mean, let's be real. The whole point was people shouldn't objectify her because of what she says. She has things to offer, right? Wrong. That's the best part. That was the best part of the whole thing, is that at the very end, she then goes on to tell everybody she doesn't manage any, or she doesn't write any of her own reviews, right? She has, sorry, before we even get to that, because it's funny. This is funny stuff, man. I don't want to rob anybody of this experience because it's great. Before we even get to the part where, let's see, let's toss you, I want big fleets of subs because we go big or go home here. The best part about the, sorry, the most fun thing about this so far is she's talking about being objectified as a woman, right? And I've never known a woman that dressed like that had this problem, right? No one has this problem that looks like that. Why? Because most men, they look at somebody dressed the way she does and they go, I'm not interested. Very, very few, right? And G4 back in the day, at least I know this much, had their female co-hosts sell, well, stupid people the idea that you could have a super, super, super hot girlfriend that's into really nerdy stuff. And I'm sorry, it's not really true. I mean, if you got somebody like that, dude, you're lucky, right? You're lucky. But those are the unicorns, man. They don't exist. Like, if you have one, cherish it. But you ain't never finding that again. Let's see. Alright, let's see here. We're going to go forward now. And so I found it funny that she was saying that, you know, she wasn't meant to be objectified like her other co-hosts from back in the day. And I was like, honey, were you paying attention? Their whole job, their whole purpose was to be sex objects. That was their whole shtick. Like, literally. It's like... That was the point. But anyway, so when she goes on, she then says that she reads off the same script as everybody else, right? Okay, well, fine, right? Fine. The only problem is when you tell people that you're reading off of a script, and then just before that, you tell people, hey, one person can't play all of these games, so we essentially have someone else do it for us. That's gold. Your whole, I guess, if you want to call it this, your whole job is to quite literally tell me what your opinions are on video games. And I assume they are your opinions, right? Like if I, you know, I give y'all my opinions on video games and TV shows and movies. And hey, you know what? I tell people, like, look, it's if you don't like it, that's fine. It's not for everybody. There's some games that I like that, hey, maybe you don't like. And there's going to be some games that I don't like that maybe other people will like. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But oh, excuse me, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, you know, if I don't know something or I don't think something, I'm not going to sit here and tell you the opposite. I'm going to tell you what I think and call it a day. And if we have the discussion about it, we have a discussion. But I refuse to be a talking head and regurgitate someone else's opinion. I may share an opinion that somebody has. That's fine. And I think that if you agree with somebody else's opinion, you should have that right to do that too. Now, of course, I don't do this professionally. It's not my job to do this. And I guess kind of thank God it's not. But at the same time, I would hope that at no point in time, if I'm listening to somebody else, I hope I'm only getting their opinion, right? You don't tune in to, I don't know, anybody else to listen to somebody else's opinion. You listen to their opinion. I think it's the dumbest thing in the world to go on live and then tell everyone, hey, I actually have a bunch of writers, and those writers give me my opinion, which I then send to you as if it's my opinion. She quite literally tells everyone in that little statement that she actually doesn't have one, which I thought was fantastic. I loved it. Personally, I think we need more of that kind of honesty, but I don't think she actually said that. Nah, man, this was good. This was gold to me. I loved this. This genuinely gave me entertainment. I was very, very happy with this. At no point did they stop and go, hey, we just admitted to basically having all of our cast members not actually playing the games they're reviewing, not writing the reviews, and not even caring about the reviews, then what the hell's the point? Man, that takes some guts. I applaud this effort. I truly do. And I hope that it works out for them. Because, damn. Let's see here. What do I have left? Strength of the wind. What's this? Oh, it's the rocket engines. Oh, that's right. Heavy industry. Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, no, I mean, if anyone really truly believed that they were objectifying this lady, I mean, I want to meet these people because these people sound fantastic. I would love to see somebody that actually looks at somebody that dresses the way she does and actually goes, yeah, I want to get in on that. Like, I don't think anybody does. I don't believe you. I don't believe that people are objectifying you, honey. I'm sorry. I just don't. Exactly. If they do, they are blind. Felix. Hi, Felix. Oh, man. Let's see here. Can I move anybody else? Let's see here. You tank boys. You got the new. You're not doing too well, but that's okay. You got old tanks. Wait, what the? Is that? I'm very confused. Did I land troops here? How did I gain? I'm very confused. What army is this? Army 3? I didn't drop you off over there. Why did I gain territory here? I mean, I'll get there eventually, but I'm not ready to go there yet. You did gain a function research. Oh, God. No. Let's slow this down a little bit. We're going to slow down our incessant assault here. Felix, stop it. Mostly because I am going to start hitting a brick wall here. And let's see if we can just kind of stop our advances. They are actually pushing me back to the river here. I think I extended all the way over here for a little bit. But they are holding Nanjing. So there is that. Oh, never mind. They lost it. It's gone. Now, to keep it. That should take me, what, a few days at best? And they're never going to get that back. And let's see. Let's go ahead and let's actually pump this up to the top. Let's get all this stuff repaired. That way, I can keep my infrastructure going. If I could release a potentially bat-like substance into the air in order to gain what I want, maybe gain some function that I didn't have before, I would totally do it. Absolutely, I would totally do it. Now let's see here. I don't have much my oil. My oil's doing pretty good, but I don't think it's going to do very good when I actually start pushing everything out. Now, I do have a couple stories for tonight. On top of history, it's going to be a great night tonight, guys. I've got some horror stories for you. Some really horrible things that are going to make your skin crawl. And I saved it for tonight purposefully because I think the last few times I've been playing this game, I haven't really told any stories. So I decided I was going to dig deep into the deep lore of my life, and I was going to share the deepest, darkest, most horrible things that I've seen. And then I realized that's too much. I've seen some really weird and messed up stuff. So I decided to go a different route. And that different route is still some pretty messed up stuff, but not as messed up as it could be. So there's that. But I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. I want as many people to have the live showing and the live viewing, the live storytelling. You don't get those very often. Some good old-fashioned horror stories. Let's see. What's your so I need to get more infantry equipment, and my Marines need a bit of a break. Yeah, so I need a break here. But I have managed to capture the entire coastline of China. China. Okay, excuse me, okay. We got the coronavirus, we got China. Now let's see what we got. Okay, cool. You're back in operation. Let's see if we can go back and, yeah, Kitty, stop it. Felix, come here. Stop it, Kitty. Felix. Felix. Being bad, Felix. Now let's see if we can boost some propaganda here. No, sorry, not propaganda. I need ideology. There we go. Hopefully they don't get captured again. Hopefully. We should mop up the few cells we know about. We should. Let's form a department. There we go. And eventually, when we go to war with Russia, it'll be even more fun. Alright, so let's see. I have now minefielded every section of my own little group here. Ain't nobody going any... Oh, hold on, wait. Is this one... Yeah, this one's not done yet. Oh! I don't understand what causes that. Alright, let's see here. That one's completely mined. That one's mined. That one's mined. That one's in the progress. That one's mined. This guy's gonna suck to be anybody not... That one's still working on it. That one's mined. Mined. Oh, still in the process. This still got a ways to go. But either way it goes, there's a lot of stuff happening. Oh, another minefielder. I'm gonna have to like refit all those eventually, but not right now. We're gonna have to worry about that. 11, and let's throw you in right there. And just like that, we have more work being done. Now, I need more of the infantry equipment. Do I want... See, part of me wants to get the hospitals, but I kind of feel like I don't really need them. I'm gonna have so many men, I don't think I care. This will probably help, though. Mine. Alright, let's see here. The entire... Yep, there you go. You're good there. You're good there. It's going to take a little bit. But we are going to push through eventually. I do need to slowly trickle in some reinforcements, because this is not working. I may have to stall my entire push just to hold on to what I have, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Although these guys are obviously doing pretty well. I'll tell you what. We're gonna stop the push everywhere. We're gonna hold our ground for a little bit. We need to make sure that we can hold what we have, but also get reinforcements later on. Actually, I can do that right now, can't I? I need some paramilitary training. Boop. Boop. And let's see. Favor the army. Ooh, tungsten. Do I need tungsten? I don't need tungsten. I have a lot of tungsten. Holy crap, do I have a lot of tungsten. Let's see here. Women in the workforce. Recruitable population, 3%. Well, I guess I'm doing that. And we are going to do favor the army, and then we're going to expand the tungsten mines, because funny. Why not? I just burned through all of my political power. It is madness. It's absolute madness. But an extra 3% recruitable population is going to be a massive boon, especially whenever I already have like what, 1 million? An extra few percent? It's going to be tasty. Ah. I know, right? Next thing you know, they'll be asking for rights and equal pay. Can't be having that. You can't be having that. It's bad for you. Speaking of women in the workforce, I have a horror story that I really want to share. No. I'm going to wait. I want to share this story because it's one of the most uncomfortable stories I have. But I refuse to tell it right now. As much as I want to tell it, I refuse to tell it. Oh my gosh, they're actually pushing me back. Okay, so I'm not that. So the reason why this thing was working so well is because I was pushing them back all the time. But I guess I'm going to have to start pushing them again. Apparently they're only really good whenever I actually... Oh, hold on, wait. Do they even have air support? Tell you what, I'm going to do you guys a favor. There we go. And I wonder if I can... What else can I build here that might help y'all out? I don't need a supply depot. A naval dockyard? Oh, that might work over there. How about one of these? You already have a couple of these. What level is this? 5, 3. Let's increase that a little bit. What's this? 1. Oh, no. We need to build that a couple times. And for you guys... That's fine. Got all my planes here just... Oh, wait. What are y'all doing? Why aren't y'all helping? Help. Bomb things. Burn things to the ground. Destroy everything. Well, don't destroy everything. That's actually not what I want you to do. But I do need you to really just put the screws in them. Now, as for you guys, do I have any more planes I could use? Let's do... Is it Control 10? Yeah. Air control click. Let's do one of those. We're going to put those on you guys. Air superiority. But no bombers, really. Okay, so I need to get more close air support going on. But yeah, no, so I was thinking about this today, and this isn't the story I wanted to tell. I'll tell it eventually. But I was thinking about, you know, some older games that I played and how they really changed my views of video games. It actually ruined video games for me in many respects. But when I was a youngin', Fallout 3 had just come out, and I remember really wanting that game, to the point where I stayed up late just watching ads and watching dev diaries. That's what I used to do, is just watch tons and tons of dev diaries. And it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed Fallout 3 a lot, and I wasn't disappointed with what I got either. When I finally got it, I got the collector's edition of the game. Now, I think I showed it on my Discord. I still have Fallout 3 for Xbox 360 in the old, what do you want to call it? Like the old tin lunchbox. I got the bobblehead, the art book, the whole 9 yards. And I still hold on to it because it was a gift from my dad, and it meant something to me. Not only because it came from my dad, but because it was a game that really made me it just made me feel good, right? I really enjoyed what I got out of that. I felt that the product that they produced was good, and that game was something special. Now, I'm sure many people will say it's just a video game, and you're right, it is. But it's a video game that carries a lot of weight behind it because of just how good it was to me, how much I enjoyed playing it, the stories it told without telling you. It wasn't this sandbox thing that we got in Fallout 4, though that I think that can work, but it has to be in a very low structured kind of format. Like, you can't have many stories in a game like that because then it doesn't work. But I digress. And I remember I was how old was I? I can't remember. It's been too long. But I remember that's what actually really got me into programming and coding and everything like that, because I was really curious to see, like, you know, how do I make one of these things myself? What does it take to make a video game, right? And so I took my first programming course in college soon after that. And I'm sure many people will tell me that, like, well, that's, that's not, everybody wants to be a video game programmer. Everybody wants to be a designer. Everybody wants to be all these different things. But, it's a really competitive market to get into. And you'd be right. It is. However, my first programming course absolutely butchered. I mean, butchered the magic behind video games. And I say that very carefully because it's very much the truth. Once I figured out how the bare bones structure of the game worked, it actually ruined it. Nobody says I want to be a junkie when I grow up. Well, some people might. But I don't know why all you guys are going. We need to go this way. But there was something lost somewhere, and I couldn't even tell you when it happened. But I remember I sat down to play Fallout 3 again, and when I did, I was disappointed. Not only was I disappointed in a way that I couldn't ever unsee. It was kind of like when I took a not geography. I'm sorry. What's the course called? Good luck. It's not geography. It's mathematics, but it's like shapes. Why can't I think of the name? Oh my god. Geometry. There we go. Geometry. Good lord, that was way too much. Where the hell were you? Where were you all guys? Seriously, where were you guys? Oh my god, I'm dumb. I know. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. And when I took my first geometry course, everything, yeah, I know, right? Everything basically became shapes. Shape. And so everything was about shapes, and it was kind of driving me nuts a little bit. But I could no longer not see shapes. I would, because I had to study for it a lot. Not that geometry was hard. It's just there was just always so many little equations to memorize that it just kind of started getting to me. And oh, hello, I got more of this to go. And so I used that example to kind of discuss what I'm doing here, because it was very, very weird whenever I learned how to program and design and learn different languages, how it changed my perception of video games. Video games used to be this really cool thing that I just enjoyed being a part of, right? I like to just play the games. I like to see what's going on. I like to see the stories. And because I was younger and dumber, I didn't understand that's what I liked about it. I liked the stories. But once I learned how they made... Once I learned how they made games and I actually understood the bare bones structure behind it, it actually kind of ruined some of the magic of a lot of different games for me. Not the AI or anything, but it ruined how games were made. And I'll never forget, after one of my classes when we did cases, and cases are like a statement that gives you multiple options, right? So cases can be expanded or shrunk depending upon what you need. Needless to say, it's nothing very complicated. It's, if you're familiar with if statements, it's just a bunch of if statements, If this, do this, except if statements are usually dependent upon one another or something, whereas case statements, if I remember correctly, are just straight up like, hey, these are options, go. Although it's been a while since I don't think I ever used cases ever. It's just, I never really needed to. They're horrendously useful, but I've never needed to use them. All right, now let's see. Do I have a tactical bomber? No. Do I not have a tactical bomber researched? I don't. That's not good. Cases give you wings. Oh my god, no. I no. Honor, can I infiltrate the civilian administration? Let's do... That's fine. I'm gonna leave that alone for now, but I'll come back to it. In the meantime, let's build me some new planes. I don't need that. I don't need that. I need close air support. If then else statements. Oh my god. Truly is a magical world we live in, and one that's absolutely horrifying. But it's actually one of the things that once I learned to program, it kind of started making me disillusioned with pretty much most of tech. Once I learned the things people were doing with their knowledge, I was like, I don't like this. Invasion preparation time, invasion defense, naval invasion capacity. Let's do... I'm gonna need newer submarines. not even that. It's more just like it's one of the reasons why I needed to get out of like tech in general. I just saw a lot of stuff that I really didn't like. There's and I mean, how do I even describe it? It's like, as an example, wearable technology. I hate wearable technology. I think it's disgusting. I do. Like wearing something that does nothing but monitor. What are you doing? What are you doing, game? Stop it. That monitors you 24/7. That's creepy to me. That's super creepy. That is so weird. But I digress. Well, that fad in Japan that is very much a real thing in the world today. I mean, it really is unsettling how wearable tech is everywhere. And they're pushing it more and more and more. Like, oh, here's the watch, here's this, you put this on your stuff. You've got toasters that do that. Well, a heart rate monitor is a little bit different. Like, a heart rate monitor is usually something that you need to monitor your heart because something is possibly wrong with your heart. Like, it's... Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm sure that I will be very mortified by that Google search. I think I'm good. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm actually I'm getting away from my point. But yeah, so this is good. Can you take this? It's 2. You know what I probably could do? Add infantry, actually, you know, let's go deeper here. Bam. And that should reinforce all of my divisions. We're going to stop everything, give everybody the opportunity to rearm. How about my Marines? What do y'all like? Y'all don't have... Yeah, y'all need more. I need more Marines. Marines. Oh, I can't do that. No! But that one's good. That one's not okay. Alright, fine. I can at least get y'all a little bit more Marines. And I will eventually give y'all hospitals. Because I am going to bleed guys too much. Marines, we are leaving! But this will be a nice little reprieve. Let my guys actually get their reinforcements in. We'll call it a day there. Although it looks like they're getting pushed back, but I need them to... I've kind of extended myself a little bit too far, and my production just isn't quite there yet. Although we're getting close. But my production for infantry equipment, it's just not there. I've got a massive deficit of guns, and I've got a massive production deficit, so that's not enough. I need mo guns. Lots of guns. Actually, let's think about this. Yeah, I need to also update my tank divisions. What's my tank output looking like? Where is that? So yeah, I still have a deficit of 400. Yeah, so my production is very much in decline right now. I have overextended myself. My production is hurting, but my Navy's doing okay, and I'm just slowly adding to that. So that's good. But But like I said, but there was one thing that I will say about Fallout 3. Once I kind of got over that little hump of understanding how the game was made and why that bothered me, I was able to go back to it and play it again. Now, it doesn't have the same, I guess the word you would use is magic that it used to have, but it still had that something that made it special, and it still does. I've actually thought about streaming it to completion on well, eventually getting there, but not for a little while. I haven't quite made up my mind of what I'm going to do about that, but it is something that is very near and dear to me. But I always have to remind myself how long it takes to beat that game. And I eventually just like, I don't know about this. It's a lot. It's a lot. All right, let's see here. I'm going to just pump all these things to the very top. Very tippy top. And here we go. Those only take a couple days apiece. That should be more than enough to hold the line until everything gets taken care of. There we go. So in the next few days, I'll see little forts pop up that'll help me hold the line while I get reinforced across the board. Some people might call that a waste of time, but I've got all the time in the world to waste, so it works out. Look at that. There we go. Anyway, so as I was saying, but it is something that is a game, but that had a lot of replay value, and it's one of the things that I would consider to be one of Bethesda's last good games, right? And the reason I would say that is not because I don't like anything Bethesda has produced. It's because it actually had and completed the very goal that it set out to do. It decided to create out an action RPG, but it wanted to mold both of those sides together. And I personally think that Fallout 3 was a really good version of that. It had pretty darn good action elements, although definitely a bit janky. And it also had a lot of really good RPG elements. And yeah, they weren't perfect. Skyrim, I know that a lot of people may not like this. I think Skyrim's actually a pretty darn good game. It's just not a good RPG. That's its problem. It's not a good RPG. And that's where people get really pissed off at it. They were sold a game that is an RPG. It's not an RPG. And I'm sorry, but that's the truth. And that's the weird part. I think Skyrim's a perfectly serviceable and very good game. It's just not very good if you're trying to make it an RPG. That's it. But Fallout 3, the reason why I say it's a good RPG is because you couldn't do everything, right? You actually had to make choices based on what you had. They lost their way in that series. See, I'm only really familiar with a few pieces of the Elder Scrolls series. I don't really know all that much about like the original games. All I know is, I guess you could say what I have played, which is really just Skyrim and Oblivion. And Oblivion, because of the way the controls were, it just didn't do much for me. It doesn't mean it's not good. It just didn't do much for me. All right, you're going this way too. You're going this way. What? Why are you going over here to get to? What is that? No. No, stop it. I have no idea what that is and why it's over there. Why is that even under our control? It makes no sense. Yeah. No. So it. I forgot what I was even saying. It makes a really it made a very, very good mix between the action and the RPG elements without losing too much of either. I think that was a great, one of the last great RPGs that they had made. And then when Fallout 4 came out, I was so excited. I'm sorry, no, Fallout New Vegas. When Fallout New Vegas came out, I was so excited about it. Because I had played Fallout 3 like 4 times. And I was not in any real rush to stop. But when New Vegas was announced, I was so excited. I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, another Fallout game, and I cannot wait. And it looked relatively similar, so I was happy, right? I was a happy camper. And when it came out, I actually didn't like it that much because I was so expecting something like Fallout 3 that it didn't. I didn't like it because it wasn't Fallout 3, right? Now, that's not really a negative thing. It's a positive thing, in my opinion. Because once I actually sat down and played Fallout New Vegas, I would argue that it's just as good, if not better. You're sick. Oh my god. No, well, I am, but not for those reasons. Lots of stalemating right now because I'm trying to keep my army together. I still don't have I still have deficits. Deficits. Oh, finally, I'm at a positive. I'm finally at the positive breaking point. I would say Vegas has lots of positive things going for it. Absolutely. I will not argue that point at all. I don't think I can say one is better than the other because Fallout 3 does a really good job with some things, and Fallout New Vegas took those things and definitely made them better, but I still think had some room for improvement that we just never got. It just said this not to say that there's nothing good about it. This doesn't say that there's bad stuff. No, New Vegas is pretty darn good. I really enjoyed it. It's just, I think that to say one is fully better than the other is a bit. I don't think that's fair. Let's put it that way. I personally don't think it's fair, but I'm sure many people will disagree. All right, I'm going to have to push forward again. These guys are starting to push me back, even though I don't have guns for everybody. You know what I may have to do is I may have to retreat to the river here and let them have that negative attempt at actually pushing me off the river. Because if I can get that line nice and tight, if I can get this line nice and tight, they're going to have a hard time pushing me off of it, whereas here they're going to keep pushing me off. And I can use that as a springboard. Because these guys, they're not going anywhere. They're pretty much set in their ways. They ain't going nowhere. Oof. Oh, that line. Okay, that's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, I need to build a supply line. That almost needs to be at the very front, but it does need to at least be up here. Wait, what do you... Oh, no, not that one. It's this one. It's this one. There we go. Anyway, so as I was saying, Vegas had a lot of stuff going for it. The DLC was good. The character development was good. The story was really good. It mixed the ridiculous with the believable a lot, and I think that was a really good thing that it did. I don't think many games do that very well, and I think that game specifically did a fantastic job with it. That is my personal opinion. I think it's a very valid one, but I think it's a pretty darn good idea. Bicycle battalions, here we go. The real super soldiers of the Japanese army. Bicycle soldiers. And the problem I'm probably going to run into is I need bombers, and I didn't build any bombers. How am I losing the air war here? That makes no gutting sense. Kamikaze bicyclists. No, not quite. Not quite. And I will give you all to group 1, and our goal is to do air superiority. And there goes another fort. John. Where are you? Wow, this group is actually pushing forward despite not having supplies. That's impressive. Now the problem is I'm building forts that don't matter, but I'm really just trying to hold my ground here. I'm not trying to take new ground. I'm just trying to keep them from taking it. And Nanjing, that has 0. Okay, so but this one does have. I really think I just need to stay. Ah, crap! They're gonna surround me soon. And Nanjing's been taken. Yep, now I have to push forward again. Aggressively. I gotta get this back. Yeah, they cannot. Oh, crap. Crap. This main line's collapsing. No! Alright, so I'm going to give you a fallback point. I think the only thing I'm going to be able to do here is... No, not defend. Not defend. Fallback. Okay. I'm going to give them a little bit more, but if it keeps collapsing, I'm going to just have them all fall back. I'm going to let them just take this part of the city, or take this part of this country. Yeah, take this part of the country back, and then we'll move everybody back to this line here. And actually, as a matter of fact, let's just start working on... Let's put 2 here, just to be nice and safe. Then they're going to have a real problem pushing me off, although supply lines might be a bit rough. Maybe cutting them off right here. That might be better. And let's drop those off. And let's push these to the front. There we go. This should only take a couple days apiece. Oh, and we have to redraw that fallback line. It's going to be right here. Is that where it was? Crap. I don't remember where I put it. It's... Yep, right there. Very good. Okay, we're good. They're just gonna need to hold on while that gets built up. Then I'll pull them. Then I'll pull them back. Let that line kind of crush a little bit. Although maybe I should also expand that to right here, but I can't. It's too late. Unless they can pull it and hold it, or push and hold, but I doubt it. Anyway, but yeah, no, the game was very, very special because they had a lot of really interesting stories to tell, and none of them had to do, or say none of them, a lot of them did not have anything to do with the actual main story or the main campaign. That was what made it so goddamn interesting. There was lots of stuff that was going on that wasn't really relevant to the foreground of the actual story. It was all background stuff. I think the most impressive one, I guess you could say, the most interesting one that I saw was... when you're in DC, you are actually, there's this section right off the Pentagon where there's like a person whose outline has been burned in to the wall. And yeah, that's kind of dark, but you get a little recording in there, and it's like the only survivor is this little girl because everybody else got burned. She did too, but she survives. And if you pay attention, she's actually one of the clerks at the stores because she's a ghoul. So she was there when the bombs fell. And she just says little things here and there, right? Just little hints. But they're not overt. And I think if you get the right charisma score, I think you can have newer conversations with her. But for the most part, it's they kind of keep it close to the chest. They don't really tell you much about them. Man, I am really hurting for bodies right now. I've got too many. This is the problem. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to have at least some of these guys not joining. But that was just turned out not to be that way. So hopefully I'll get some bombers made soon. 69,000 guns. That is how far I'm behind. And I'm not slowing down. As a matter of fact, I'm speeding up. Build me more forts. Build me a fort worthy of Mordor. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Build that fort, build that fort. Nope, never mind. Yeah, pretty much, yes. If the fire is rising. Come on. See, he goes from being essentially completely overwhelming the enemy to not having anything, which is crazy. I really need more bombers out here. Hey, wait, hold on. You're losing the air war. I don't understand that at all, but okay, fine. Uh-oh. Germany's going to invade Russia soon. And I haven't even finished taking China. See, this is the problem. This is gonna stall me out, and I'm gonna be in a really bad way soon. Let's see what he got. Improv expert. I may need to increase my gun production just straight up. Just, hey, everything that gets built, it's gonna go straight to guns. Maybe I should also fold this line up a little bit. Because you have a nice compact line here. I really don't need you to do much other than push these guys back. I'm still negative. God dang. I don't even think I'm using... Yeah, I'm not even using artillery. More infantry. I'm going to be negative guns even more, but whatever. Bodies are bodies. Actually, let's undo that. No, that's a bad idea. Bad idea. Let's actually get rid of these. Otherwise, negative 12.3 thousand, 12.4 thousand. So now I'm almost hitting my maximum capacity for that infantry equipment, and it's still not enough. This is why I would like to get some of that stuff fixed or put up ahead of time. I need to get away from that. I need to get away from that bad production. Sorry, get away from. I need to improve upon that production. Let's put it that way. Let's see, Air Force Department. Shanxi. Oh, no, god dang it. There we go. Let's change my national focus. Let's do some national focusing. Cruiser modifications. Or modernizations, sorry. Still not enough. I need 200 command power to get that guy. Now, you need to go and save this person who's being tortured in a way that may or may not be sexual. They are Americans. They have a fetish. I'm just saying. Why are y'all just chilling out? Now, do they have any supply lines around here? It doesn't look like it. Looks like all of them are going this way. Tell you what, I'm going to actually stop your advance, delete that, and I'm going to try to recreate it. Recreate it. No. That way. There we go. Now try that. Push this way and cut these little buggers off. Although I think they're just going to keep going forward because funny. Okay, so this might be where I want to stop. If that's the case, pushing them at the river would probably be the best place to stop. Because that's going to be a pain in the butt to cross. That being said, of course, my infantry probably won't stop there, but you get the idea. No, I need all the production that I can get, and I don't have that right now. Let's do that, and then, nope, can't do any more than that. Very good. Anyway, so, have I ever told you the story, guys, of the time I had to work for a pedophile? Oh, boy. I'm just gonna wait. I want to see the reactions. They had to. I didn't know, but I eventually found out. It was really, 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 really uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable. I see everything. What was that? I got an achievable. What's this? Get over 90% intel in each category on a major without using code cracking. A major? Did all my guys get upgraded? I don't even know. I don't even know. Alright, you boys, I need you all going that way. Yeah, I guess that's not an interesting story. I guess I'll have to find a different... Man, I was hoping that was going to get a different response. I could have sworn that would have been like one of those very interesting responses. But I guess not. Oh, hello. Is this a communist Chinese? Let's see. Come on. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just get rid of... Oh, hello. There we go. Fantastic. I need more things. Torpedo launchers, carrier hulls. Nope. No. I need destroy... No, hold on, wait. I need other things too. Improved radar will help, because especially in the Pacific, I'm going to need the improved radar. God dang, man, they're sending everybody at me. I mean, I'm holding them off, but still, good lord. I need a chance to get my production in line, and I need a chance to get all of my stuff squared away. At the very least, I need something to get done for... I don't want to change this out because it's going to make my production go that much further down. I'm finally catching up. 66.3. I need to give them more time. I can't flip that over just yet. So is the Soviet Union under attack yet? I don't even know. Maybe. I don't know. Have I joined the Axis powers yet? I don't even know. Where's my... Is that it? No. Where's the fascist one? German Reich. Oh, I'm not in a... Okay, hold on. I guess send attaché. 15% of their army experience gain, war support plus 10%. Nah, I really don't need that too much. I really thought that I thought they were going to invite me to their faction. It's weird. See, they are improving their relations with me. Interesting. So they've got 4 to 140. Jeez. Yeah, no wonder I can't really break through that well. But they can't break through me either. I got more supporting stuff. They don't have that. And I think I just took off a lot of their manufacturing too. Right, submarine hull. I need to change that. Actually, I can't because I don't have enough naval stuff. Which means what I need to do is I need to put a Navy guy in charge. 0.09, 0.06, 0.09. 0.09. That'll give me some extra naval work. And let's get an Air Force. Oh, no, I can't. I don't have any extra stuff in there. That'll let me begin to upgrade my Navy. But yeah, I could have sworn the story about the horrible person I used to work with a long, long time ago. I could have sworn that was going to get more attention than it really did, or more entertainment value, I suppose. Because it's dark, it's disgusting, but it's definitely an interesting story. But I guess not. I guess not. Long lance torpedoes. There we go. And now I have that railway, which should grant me... Oh, there we go. So I'm almost catching up on my my building production. That's fantastic. Wait, hold on. Something's not right here. Are you built? No? So where's that in the building queue? That's weird. And they're still struggling to get going here. And you guys are just chilling. See, that's on the list too. What the hell? Where is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, that was weird. There we go. See, now can I hold the line? Can we just hold? I should have most of these done now. And let's see. Construction increases. Very good. Ah, getting it. I need to take this back. Can I move you guys this way? Oh, and move you in here too. Oh my gosh, they took one of my forts away from me. No! No! There we go. Now push them back. I need that fort. I need that fort. When I say need, I mean need. Hello. Oh, this will be way easier. Hold on. Hold up. Do. Pump you up. There we go. That should take only a couple days. There we go. Oof, they're getting close to that line, though. Yes. Push them back. As soon as I get you all fully supplied, it's going to be nice and easy. This will be a lot easier if you're fully supplied. Come on. Last little bit. Oh, come on. Come on. Get it. Oh, god dang it. Okay, they lost it. Alright, just push that to the top. Nope, I said push that to the top. To the top. Oh, right, sorry. Boom, now to the top. Come on, let's take 5 days. 5 days. Come on. No, don't collapse. 4 days, come on, hold the line. And be hyper aggressive about this. And let's change out my production here, because I don't care about that. And let's see if we can get a strategic bomber in the works. Come on, come on. Hold out for just a few more days. Push him back, push him back, push him back. If we push him back, we'll get it going. That's all I care about, because once this place gets taken, we're good. Let's do another one of these. Come on. Just push him back. Bam. And just like that, we have our supply depot set up. It's going to be a lot harder to push us back now. And let's see, how are we doing? Yep, supplies are good all across the board. So I think we're good. I think we can stay away from forcing these guys to move around. All right, I think we're good. Oh, let's stop you. We can stop the advance. No need to advance anywhere. I think we're doing pretty good. What am I missing? Oh, that's right. I think I added a bomber. But the bomber is not going to be useful to me just yet. I need a new bomber. I need a newer bomber. Now, let's see here. Let's stop you. Now, if they want to come at me, they can. But now I'm actually producing infantry equipment at a higher rate. And I need to let that finish its whole shtick. There we go. Alright, so let's see here. Now the air battle, I think we're still fighting. Yeah, we're still fighting the air battle, but still. I said stop advancing. I said stop advancing. You should just be digging in. Everybody should be digging in. Jeez. Out of 900 men in this division, 358 have rifles. Yeah, this is the definition of throwing bodies at a wall. No wonder the entire advance is struggling to maintain itself. I can't get the rifles. No friggin' wonder none of this is working out. Oh, 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Had to get up for a minute. All right. Now let's see here. Let's do... I think the radar's pretty good. Let's work on atomics. See if I can get that going really quick. You're back. Fantastic. And let's move you way back over here. I would like to get America knocked out of this war. America goes fascist anyway, so let's just go ahead and just speed it up. I don't know if this is going to work. It probably won't. Alright, let's see here. So most of them now get resupplied. But not you guys. Your next resupply is way, way up there. Oh, I guess I'm out of that. But that, you know, that's right along the river, right? Nope, no river. Just look like it. There's the river. how my gun production. See, I'm still missing so many. But now, hey, look, I'm going up. I'm going up. Battlefield support. Now, if only I can get some airplane production up in here. We're almost at a cap for that. I really need some bombers. Some real, like, some tactical bombers. Yeah, let's flip this over. For naval bombers, I'm not going to really need them right now. Bad Felix. Bad Felix! Felix being bad. Oh, hello. Jeez, I've not been studying that at all. No wonder it's harder for me to get more stuff out the frickin' door. But now we're settling into a nice little stalemate that we're going to stay in for a little while. At least until I can get this squared away. Good lord. The fall of Rome. Oh my god, who took Rome? Who took Rome? Wow, Australia invaded Rome and won. Jeez. And it looks like the Soviet Union is holding its own against the Germans. Jeez. Actually, you know what I need to do? I need to... Alright, they're fascist 20%. I need to improve relations with them as soon as I can. I need them on my side. Manchukuo claims Indochina. What? What? What is this? Well, that's interesting. Huh. Where's the, Hold up. Hold up. There was an option. Oh, that's what I haven't done that yet. That's what it is. Okay, that's what I haven't done yet. I can't do that yet because I don't have that. I pretty much, yeah, because Indochina was going to be a really good good piece for me. No wonder I forgot about that. I didn't do this. That's the alliance with Germany. Let's see here. One of them was to give me access to... I guess that's just one of the things that allows me to have access to later. But, yeah, where was it? There's one that actually demands Indochina from France, but I guess France has capitulated to the point where it doesn't exist anymore. Felix, what are you... Stop. No, stop. Stop chewing on my microphone. Good lord. You've broken enough cords and wires and stuff. Last thing I want to do is let you chew on that. Well, the good news is it doesn't look like I'm going to war against the United States anytime soon. Or Russia, for that matter. And let's see. Let's do... We haven't done this, but I do want to get this going. But I want more tech. I've already screwed up that other thing, so that's fine. And I'm eventually going to war with Germany, so... Alright, torpedo cruiser. How is it that I'm only getting 1 experience and I'm still not getting anything out of this? Let's do Pacific Fleet, escort, no. Still can't choose him. Non-combat out of supply penalties. Well, screw it. I guess I'm just going to have to do this, otherwise I don't have anybody. I really need to get this going. There we go. But now I'm probably slowly starting to get my rifles in, aren't I? Aren't I? Now might be a good time to actually flip over to this. how bad that hurt me. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. But they'll catch up. And I've got it on max speed, so I'm gonna be behind schedule for invading and taking over China. But I will be on schedule for actually not dying and winning the war. So there's that. How much? Not that much. Very good. All right, that's fine. Let's put you over there. Put you over here. I can probably stop building fleets of naval or mining vessels, but let's change the destroyer to... Hello, what's this? The 1936. Let's change it to this. This is depth charge. That's fine. And let's move you here and then you here. There we go. Although you technically don't belong there, but that's fine. My mine-laying vessels can do a little bit more than that. Doo-doo. Man, I'm surprised nobody's... See, this is one of the things I like about Japan, is that I really can't just focus on the land war as long as I don't do certain things. Like, the Philippines are going to happen. That's not a question. It's going to happen. The question is just when. And... Oh, hello. Why are you so hurt? There we go. Unfulfilled import requests. Oh my god, I'm not getting my import requests? Can I actually survive on my fuel? Yes, I can. Now I can use more of my own stuff. Yeah, boy. Am I actually almost caught up with everything? Yeah, I think I am. I'm almost caught up with all of my building requests, too. Yeah, boy. Which means we can build more stuff. More war factories. Modify the officer corps. I really don't need to. But I do need more naval stuff. Felix, what is your problem, man? Like, what's the matter? What's the matter? Why are you so upset? You're getting all uppity and you're getting all anxious and stuff. Why are you doing that? Knock it off. Ireland has joined the Allies. They'll eventually have to go take on Ireland. That's always nice. Construction. And we'll do more efficient resource gain. Actually, no, hold on. No, I will not do that. I need level 1 hospitals. I am losing tons of men, although I'm gaining lots of men, but I'm losing lots of men. I don't want to do that anymore. Alright, so... Well, I was going to say let's do the history for the night, but let's give that a minute. Bomber modernization, range focus. What does this do again? Range 10%, heavy fighter range 10%. Felix, stop! What? Stop! Good lord! What is wrong with you, cat? You're biting on steel. What's wrong with you? Such a weird cat. He's sitting there. He's chewing on like a little knob on the microphone. So it doesn't. I mean, it's not gonna break it, but it's just sitting there. Like it's not gonna be able to do anything with it. He's just chewing on it. The government of Korea, they are not ready yet. Oh, wait, are they pushing me back? No, they're not. I just need this to be positive, which is going to take a little bit. As a matter of fact, I probably want to increase that to artillery. I finally have a stockpile of artillery, but that's not going to last very long. Honestly, what I should have done is put artillery on all my infantry units and then called it a day, but... Now, let's see. Do I have any tactical bombers? Now I've got some strategic bombers. Get some more engineers up in here. Yeah, I need more stuff to build. I need more things that I can build with. Kawasaki. And there we go there. Now, I should have at least some tactical bombers that I should now be able to use. Right? Interwar bomber, I'll take it. I'll just take a couple interwar bombers. I'll take it. Let's see. You, sir. You get some bomby bombs. Not much, but you get some. Let's see. Is anybody not... What are you missing? Yeah, again, like, just everybody's way behind on rifles. Good lord. $229. So I still got a long way to go here. Let's do logistics. The signal company will be next, and I'll add those whenever I get the chance. But yeah, I need to give myself an opportunity to actually have the resources I need. Otherwise, I'm not going anywhere. Hello. Look at that. Let's move you guys over here. And then I'll move them back over here somewhere, and I'll split them up wherever I need them to go. Yeah, they're trying their best. They're trying to break through. But they just can't. Even with men only having... Well, no, everybody's got rifles. Never mind. That's crazy. Like, I'm undermanned and under supplied, and I'm still holding my ground. Oh, hello. My entire naval invasion force is completely supplied. Am I actually catching up? So what am I missing? From new deployments, from division reinforcements, from garrison reinforcements. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Alright, let's see here. And let's do air accidents chance, air spirit, air experience. Yeah, let's do that one. Alright, now let's focus on the tripartite. That way Germany doesn't turn on me first. Still not organized. Oh my god, y'all gained so much damage here. Yikes. Now it's for you. This is mountainous terrain, right? Mountainous? No, hills. That's okay. You'll do well there. So here you go. You gentlemen are going back over here. You gentlemen are going over here. And you two gentlemen are going over here. Just like that. There we go. Let's keep clicking on that. Let's get more of that. Wow, seriously? There's so much stuff there. I'm sucking up that much stuff. That's crazy. How many railways are going to need to be upgraded in order for this to work? Better yet, how many minefields have I been placing? Hello. Is that it? That's all I got for my navies? Really? There's no way. I thought it'd been. Oh, there was 22 in there. That's fine. Anyway, so I guess there wasn't a lot of excitement for the horror story for tonight, so I guess I'll move on to something else. I was gonna do my history stuff for the night, though. That was gonna be fun. Because last time where we left off, we were going to discuss a bit of a weird thing that had happened, which is the death of a sea monster, which is a fascinating thing that I read up on. Now, the funny part is that I am a horror story. Well, you know, my horror story was going to be whenever I had to work for a pedophile, but nobody really seemed to be interested in that, so I decided, well, whatever. It's like, all right, well, if nobody wants to hear about how that went down, I guess I'll move on to something else. I mean, it is what it is. And by the way, like I said, I'm gonna preface that again. This was not known to me at the time. I found this out while I was employed there, and that made me very uncomfortable. But anyway, so last we left off on history. Actually, hold on. Last we left off, we had just talked about some really horrible things that had happened. And I even mentioned a few of them that were like really, really bad. Some of them being like, you know, massive famines again. Finally, I'm in the positive here. Massive famines, massive earthquakes, volcanoes erupting. Essentially, if you were, you know, reading the Bible, you would probably suspect that soon, you know, this is the end, because literally everything was blowing up and dying. You had the Nile had overflown, overflown, which had actually caused a massive crop shortage. And that crop shortage happened because there was stuff that had actually just rotted right in the ground because it was exposed to too much water. Then, because of that, you had a cattle shortage because all the stuff that the cattle was going to eat was destroyed. And so you had these massive things that started happening. And then on top of that, you had a volcano erupt again, which actually covered a very large portion of the sky and around the Byzantine Empire, just destroying crops because there's no sunlight. It just keeps getting worse, and it doesn't seem to be getting better up until a moment happens. At this point in time, a creature that was only known to be myth and legend was captured and killed, and so much so that I guess you could say that the people... well, thank you for that. And so how do we describe it? What ends up happening is you have people at the highest echelons of power that are astonished at the fact that all of a sudden, like, this creature that was supposed to not really exist, all of a sudden has a real form and is plopped up right on the beach for them. And so I thought I'd take time out of the week to actually talk about what that was, right? Not just simply kind of skim over it, but like what was that? God dang it! You know what? These guys are starting to take me. Oh, never mind. This is not mine. It's somebody else. Haha. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of time out of this, and we'll do some history once nothing bad happens. Let's make sure. Oh, hold on. Yeah, we're good. Let me see here. Am I getting fascist? I am getting fascist support. Oh, look at that! Fascism support. Look at that. I always knew it. Although it's FDR, so he's pretty much a fascist by default, so it's fine. Fascist, communist, same thing to me. They're both a-holes. Nobody likes them, and nobody should. And let's make sure we got anything else. Okay, so engineer company. Let me just slow this down to a crawl. That way progress can still occur. But it'll be much slower. And I'm actually going to make these guys go forward. Same as you guys. Now, I wanted to tell y'all the story of the great Porphyrion, or Porphyrius, or Porphyrio, depending upon which part of Greece you're from. And basically just go through what that was, because most people know Porphyrion by a different name. But I'm not going to talk about that yet. So, back then, at the edges of the known waters, mankind used to note dragons and such to mark dangerous territory. Or in other words, here there be monsters. The Byzantines didn't need to worry about the monsters lurking in the depths of the far-off waters. They had their own, right in their own backyard. So terrifying was this monster that, to speak of it, people feared would bring it to their waters. It is difficult to say how long Porphyrios had lived, only that for many, they chose to believe he was only a story meant to scare children, told by sailors to impress women and their intended. But the sailors, soldiers, and fishermen, and even the nobility, knew how real he was. Let me just do this real quick. By the time Justinian had been crowned emperor, Porphyrius had been wreaking havoc for years. At first, fishermen in the Black Sea would be just reeling in their nets, but upon trying to do so, would meet stiff resistance. The boat would begin to tilt. The men aboard would quickly try to cut the net. Those who were lucky succeeded. Those who didn't, well, many of them were never seen by their loved ones again. The earliest recounts of Porphyrius mirrored these accounts, a nuisance, albeit a dangerous one, that if handled properly was no real threat. Years would pass. The attacks would be flukes, one-offs, a thing to laugh about, once they returned to the shore. That is until one unlucky soul got to meet the real beast. On a calm day, a relatively large boat and crew had been resting in the water, preparing for a small voyage. It was just another day. Then, without warning, the boat lurched. Strange, to be sure, as even many of the crew had been knocked off their feet, a sudden stillness struck the crew. Motionless, they waited. The stories of their mothers and fathers telling them of the demon in the sea came flooding back to them. There was only one difference. They had no fish. Strange. So, why would Porphyrius go after them? The question truly didn't matter at this point, as slowly their vessel began to move. No sail had been set, and no oar had touched the water, and yet their vessel began to move away from the shore. Yes. For them, there was nothing to do. Perhaps maybe the best option... Oh, I was messing up. Best option here was to jump off the boat before before the land was completely unreachable. But who would want to jump in the water with something powerful enough to pull a ship? So the crew waited as they were pulled out to sea. The vessels they sailed past must have been as terrified of a ghostly vessel sailing past them until finally, it seemed, the pleasure cruise had stopped. Their ship had simply been pushed out to sea. No wind to guide them back, and no man brave enough yet to put an oar in the water. The silence and stillness seemed to last for hours as every sailor aboard fastened themselves to something or grabbed hold of those who did. Lucky them, because the boat lurched again. This time, more gently than the first, but enough to let them know their voyage was not yet finished. Ooh, let's see what's going on here. Nothing yet. Very good. All while the men could hear the creaking of the boat as their vessel began to bob up and down in the water. Then the gentle bobs and lurches changed, becoming more violent, the ship being pulled this way and that, but all the certain the lurches were going down. The hull began to crack and whine as the monster threatened to drag the vessel below the waves. The water slowly began to fill the deck, each lunge growing more and more effective than the last. For what must have felt like hours was over in a matter of minutes, as just as quickly as the event started, so too did it stop. I don't know which would have been more worse, the beast trying to sink the ship, or not knowing if the monster had given up one plan in exchange for another. Though this event was the first of its kind, it would not be the last. Eventually, the plan would work, as some smaller vessels would crack immediately under the strain, while others were not large enough to withstand the monster's pulls into the abyss, and so simply vanished beneath the waters. Porphyrius at this point came back from the realms of myth and legend and very much swam his way into the real world. But just as he had appeared once again, so too did he vanish. For years he would disappear, thought to be gone for good. The people settled into an uneasy acceptance of the monster in their backyard. The nobility, however, felt as if their need to sail to their vacation homes were being impeded. After all, tales of a beast dragging vessels beneath the waves whole, and then ships disappearing along with its crew, had to catch the attention of those that, well, owned the boats. Well, own might be incorrect here. Perhaps owned is more accurate. Owned is more accurate in this case. It appeared that the behemoth did not differentiate between the nobility and the commoner. However obvious, the nobility saw the distinction. It wasn't until his dear wife, Theodora, had been staying in their vacation home overlooking the Black Sea that they finally understood the terror they faced. Every servant in the house was shaking, their eyes betraying any calm they may have conjured at the mere mention of needing to get on a boat and cross the sea. Justinian decided something had to be done. Whether this desire came from fear, anxiety, or greed, one cannot say, but Justinian ordered the beast to be captured, not hunted and destroyed, not killed or chased out of the sea, but captured. He wanted this thing alive. Perhaps he wanted to see the monster himself, out of danger, of course. Maybe he wanted to show the people it was just an animal, and like any other animal, was still at the mercy of its betters. Or perhaps he wanted to be the man known around the world as the one most powerful enough to capture a monster, and then to be able to release said monster onto his enemies. I'm sure, though, that Justinian only wanted the beast caught for the most noble of reasons. Of course, as you are wont to do when you are emperor of the known world. The poor soldiers that were given this task must have been very, very excited to receive it. Personally, I cannot imagine a better job. You don't need to go fight in Italy or in the East. Instead, you'll need to get on a boat with the intent of finding and capturing a monster that is known for breaking ships apart or just straight up dragging them under the water. I mean, that sounds like a fun job to me. We don't know exactly what happened in the attempts, but what we do know is that the military vessels were targeted by Porphyrius alongside regular shipping vessels and fishing boats, and that there was a time when the monster attacked military boats exclusively. I wonder where that came from. Why he stopped is not known, but I imagine it had more to do with the military leaving him alone after a while. I need to take a drink. Porphyrius's reign of terror seemed that it would be destined to continue, because for years it did. Porphyrius also began to get more aggressive when he was active anyway. At times he would roam or even sometimes when he would ram or even bite at ships, or at least it would sound like the racking of teeth across a hull, followed by leaks occasionally. The unlucky ones were dragged to their watery graves. Porphyrius' cycle of disappearing for years, then returning and striking without warning continued. The people's fear and terror of the monster became the dreaded reality of everyday living. They could do no more to it than they could to a hurricane or an earthquake, it seemed. The worst days, ironically, was when the seas were calm, and the sun was high, and the winds were still. Under these conditions, the seas would be flat and clear, allowing one to see down into the waters and perhaps see a large, dark shadow pass or circle your vessel. I'm sure that a sight like that froze entire ships and possibly cleared out the waters. It is on one of these days something strange occurs. The sea was described to be like glass, except for the large amount of dolphins jumping through the water and the massive tidal wave that was following them. The sailors that were on the water immediately began calling to one another, a rare occurrence indeed that allowed sailors to warn one another of the coming destruction. The monsters appeared to be hunting dolphins today, but anyone getting in his way usually became his focus. The dolphins barreled toward the mouth of the Black Sea. One by one, the school of dolphins was dwindling, each one disappearing with cries of help and pain. Their whistles and clicks could be heard from the shores as the typhoon slowly overtook them. As the dolphins reached the mouth, they began to slow down. No more were the dolphins making a show of their escape. They now silently, lazily swam through the channel, waiting. Behind them, the demon of the Black Sea continued his onslaught, water thrashing about until suddenly he stopped. The beast was halfway out of the water. The onlookers froze. For the first time in all of their lives, they had the chance to see the monster that had taken so much from them. It is said that at first the monster was confused. He would move his tail as if to swim, but nothing happened. The sailors and the locals began to call to one another that the monster had run himself aground. The beast thrashed his massive tail and wriggled and writhed like before, his fury only matched now by his desperation. The people on the shore grabbed what they could to get their get their hands on. Axes, knives, broken pieces of wood, anything to kill the monster that had plagued them. The people cut and hacked at the beast in a blood-crazed fury. The beast thrashed ever more violently, digging itself deeper into the mud which had trapped it to begin with. The more the beast thrashed, the more madly and fervently the people sliced into it. The people began carving chunks off of its flesh while it lived, just to expose its insides so they could more easily kill it. A sort of assembly line had been made. Some people would bring carts for the chunks of flesh to be moved off the beach, all while hacking, carving, and transportation occurred. The beast was still living. The work lasted through most of the day, eventually leading to the carcass being removed from the shore entirely. So the reign of terror of Porphyrius ended in a fury of blood and viscera. Or was it? Reports indicate that it was what the locals called a whale. The only whales that would be in that area could never gain the length or power to do the damage described, with only one or two that were even considered to be possibly aggressive. The orca is a possibility, or the killer whale. But they have teeth, and sometimes were known to be temperamental, but the Black Sea is a bit off the beaten path for them. Even then, it would need to grow to an abnormally large size to do what it did, but it would be something terrifying with its black and white coloring. The only whale I know of with teeth and grows to large sizes is the sperm whale. They're so large that they have been known to eat giant squids whole, and they're one of the only whales capable of actually eating human beings. We also know that male sperm whales tend to be solitary creatures, except when they mate. Problem is that sperm whales, as far as I could find, don't really go to the Black Sea. Their nature is more content in large open bodies of water. Also, sperm whales tend to leave people alone. They'll find people interesting, they'll check you out, but they rarely deal with humans or try to get near them. I spent a lot of time on this because Porphyrius' death was a global event. Everyone, and I mean everyone, knew of the monster in the Black Sea. Fish stories tend to travel. It also doesn't help reduce the rumors that when Porphyrius wasn't active in the Black Sea, ships reported similar problems and attacks elsewhere. All the way down to, like, Israel area. I forget what it was, Palestine area, the province of Palestine. There we go. It literally traveled everywhere. One thing doesn't really fit with sperm whales, as I said, they don't go to Black Sea very often. They're not really known for attacking people either. In fact, most whales in the wild don't. More importantly, they're loud. They're very, very loud. If on the deck of a ship with high winds, maybe you'd miss it. Under the deck, there'd be nearly no way of missing it, but sperm whales make this very loud click that's so loud that if you're in the water nearby, that you'll feel the heat from the energy being given off by the click. But it also has the power to paralyze those that get too close. This click also allows them to communicate very long distances. But that's not overly important. It does, though, explain why people didn't get out of its way. What is important is that sperm whales, as we know them, come as close to that description as possible, except one other whale. There's one other whale that was recently discovered. I think at the time that I was writing this, that I saw the first report of it. It's one that matches everything possible and is in fact a species of sperm whale. And it's called the Leviathan. Now, not the Leviathan, the Leviathan, because the Leviathan already had a name. So the discoverers named it the Leviathan. It's a whale so big that it is thought that it actually hunted megalodons. More interestingly enough, its skull was found in part not far from the Black Sea. Other parts were found scattered across Asia and even South America, though not many parts are left. This event, regardless of how important we think it is, rocked the known world. The death of a whale that was so life-changing that every soldier and merchant was telling the story of its death, and it was the Romans that had laid claim to it. When word reached Italy that Porphyrius had been killed, the soldiers could focus on little else. Some of them took it as a sign of victory, which they stated loudly and often. Others took the exact opposite view, saying that the death of Porphyrius heralded the end of not only the war, but the Byzantine Empire itself. That's how boring the Gothic War had become. Soldiers were so bored because for about a year nothing really happens. Before Porphyrius' end became old news, a new event befalls the world. Empress Theodora dies. But we'll pick it up there another day. Let me just make some notes here and we'll get back into what we're doing. All right, there we go. So there you go. Now, I know many people would probably be like, that's not real. That couldn't have happened. Um, there are way too many stories. There are far too many stories to say that's true. I'm willing to believe that there are some stories that aren't true, but there are too many stories in that area for them not to have some kind of truth to them. It's not possible. You can't have people in, you know, off the coast of Palestine, or, well, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I don't really care what you call it. You can't have that many people all saying the same thing, all describing the same thing, all having the exact same experiences, and then say that's not real. You know, it doesn't make sense at all. But I, you know, I'm willing to hear people's versions of it, but I'm just saying, man, like there's a lot of stuff that makes sense whenever you put those pieces together. And back in the and again, we have to remember there's lots of species of animals that don't exist anymore, right? And I'm pretty sure he's one of them. I think he's probably one of the last one. Pretendistine. Okay, well, not the nation of Palestine, the region of Palestine. It's not the same thing. Even the Romans called Palestine, it's an area of the world, not the actual country. How's this not built yet? Oh, it is built. It's just not fully upgraded yet. Whee! There we go. And so now I'm just going to walk right across China now that everything is actually... There we go. Oops. Now that everything's done. Ooh, communist China, you're going to get it soon, son. Yeah, they don't stand a chance now that I have all this. Oof. What's this? Oh, you guys are... Let's see. Where can I throw y'all? One of y'all's going over here. One of y'all's going over there. There we go. Although Shaanxi is really holding on. They really don't want to give up. Oh, okay. So I have more stuff that I can do. Very good. All right. Well, let's see here. Ooh, a little below on that. A little low on the aluminum. But yeah, no. So there's way too many stories of things that have happened. Now, there's even story, and so one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to bring in. So I wanted to tell certain stories, but there weren't enough to, I guess, corroborate. But they were even stories of of boats being swallowed whole, as well as people. There definitely were reports of that where people would literally just be swallowed whole by the whale. And here's the thing, like, we only know it as a whale because that's what they called it. And I think it would be really stupid to discount that, because again, like, I know there's some people that say, oh, there's no way that could possibly happen. And I really don't like that view on history. There are some people that think that, hey, you know, we live in a modern world where we don't believe in monsters. We don't believe in things like that. And I was like, bro, what do you think dinosaurs were? Like, seriously, what do you think we would call dinosaurs? Like, back then, there may be something that they thought was normal that today we would see as abnormal. It's not uncommon. And so I think that that's a little unfair to not, or to just simply discount those stories. Now, you can not believe that a whale ate lots of people and tried to crack ships in half. You can believe that. We could also argue that it's just a big fad back in the day, and that was the big whale story, and that was just what people did. And that, hey, look, that's a possibility. is always a possibility, but it doesn't explain. It doesn't explain some things, and some of those things revolve around how is it that you have the same story from different people groups that really didn't have any contact with each other. That's the question that nobody seems to be able to answer. Under any circumstances, no one's able to answer that one simple question. How is it that people on the other side of the world were able to tell the exact same story with details whenever they would have never seen that thing? Now you could argue that, well, hey, it's not the same thing. Like, there maybe is a different monster. Now, here's another little fun fact. The stories of Porphyrion don't end there, actually. I don't know if I wrote it down or not, but there were still reports afterwards of something else in the water that would occasionally go after people. It's rare, but it did happen. I don't remember if I wrote that down or not. We'll find out. We'll find out next week. What the heck? There we go. That should get my light tank production up, hopefully. Infantry equipment. I'm negative, and my production's negative. That's not cool. How's my production negative? I've got 2 full sets. Yeah, I'm very skeptical about lots of things, but I'm also not so skeptical that I don't believe whenever somebody says that like, if you tell me something crazy happened to you, I'll probably believe it. I mean, I don't know if you know exactly what happened, but I'm not going to sit there and say that you're a liar. And in this case, as I said, there's too many pieces of corroborating evidence for me to say that about these people. And I don't do that. But hopefully that was at the very least entertaining, right? Where's... okay. How about right here? There we go. Now push. But aside from that, how's everybody's Friday going, guys? Anything exciting happen? How's my production down? Oh, I was like, why am I paused? Why is nothing happening? Got my horsey boys. My horsies. Let's speed this up a little bit more. Ugh, no thank you. That sounds horrifying. I don't want anything to do with it. Wow, okay, they finally captured one of my agents. What's the fascism like in here? Yeah, no, don't do that. That's bad for you. That's really bad for you. You shouldn't do that. I probably need to look at upgrading tanks, but like, my Navy hasn't done any kind of really growth or experience here. It's really, really frustrating. Let's see, trucks. I probably need more trucks. Well, can't help you there, sir. Let's see here. What do I want to put out in? Artillery? How about artillery? And as for you, a breakthrough, logistics. I don't really have any anti-tank, so... a HP +1, breakthrough and initiative. Let's do a signal company, and then let's do one set of artillery, and see what's my. I probably have a massive deficit now. Yeah, that's right, massive deficit. I need more factories. Actually, I also need to build more of these. What up, Emo? Welcome back, sir. How are you on this fine and lovely day? Why are you sad, man? Can't be sad. It's Friday. No sadness here. Why are we sad? So product efficiency retention is 20%. Oh no, dude, that was great. I loved it. I talked about it early. The first thing I talked about was this was on the stream. It was fantastic. It was great. I loved it. That was, for me, one of those moments where it was like, yes, this is pure cancer, and I love it. I think that whole interaction was probably the best piece of agitprop I think I've seen somebody do in a while, and it's so basic. I just find people that do that just hilarious to me. Because she admits in her own speech, she admits, Miss Fosk, whatever her name is, she admits that it's all bullcrap. She reads off a script. She doesn't believe a single word she's saying. That was the best part of that whole thing, right? That was the best part of the entire interaction, was when she got up. They played right into her hands. She got up there and said to everybody how essentially it's all garbage. She doesn't believe it. She doesn't even do any of her own work. She has somebody else do it. They all admitted it, and they were all proud of it, which I thought was hilarious. That was amazing. It takes balls to tell your entire audience that you don't do the things that she talks about. No, that the G4 revival, in my opinion, was a I wouldn't say a bad idea. I don't disagree with having video game reviewers. The problem I have is that you've got video game reviewers that don't play games. And in this case, someone like her, I would say that she doesn't play video games. And I can say that with... I feel safe saying that. Mostly because, well, she admits it. She admits it live in front of everybody. It was a product of its time, but you have to understand the very thing that she's so upset about was the very thing that like, they did that. Like, no lie. You want to be real for 5 minutes? There is in no way a scenario where they did not use their female co-hosts in order to sell their product. Like, all of their female co-hosts from back in the day all did what she very much says they didn't do. Absolutely. They used their feminine wiles to get people on board with their product. Welcome to the real world. Well, the thing is, they played characters. That's the truth. They played characters, and people believed them. There's nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't say it was tasteful. I vaguely remember some of those things. I wouldn't necessarily call it tasteful. I would say that it was definitely geared toward men. I'll say that much. Now, let's see. What can I throw on this division? Oh, hello. You have, okay, engineering company, field hospital. I'll take a logistics company there. And can I add more mountaineers? E-girl tipping the line, but better than today. Yeah, well, you know what? Fair enough. That's a fair assessment. Well, right now we're just playing some Hearts of Iron. I'm hoping that tomorrow we'll play some Payday 2. But right now, our plan is to introduce the world to Tentacles, one sticky suction cup at a time. I just did the history for the night, so that's done. Oh, recon. I forgot about recon. Do I want recon for these guys? Let's see here. I do want that though. Well, yeah, as I said, I don't do fake stories, man. That's all real stuff. It's a story that nobody wants to talk about, nobody wants to think about, because the reality of the situation is that mankind is just a few monsters away from not being here anymore. Oof! I am not a fake story, sir. I'm real. I am a very good artificial intelligence. When I say artificial intelligence, it means that somebody made me up. Communist China capitulated. And now they have fallen. Fake news. You are fake news. I can't really do the Trump voice. I try, but I just can't do it. I don't have that that New York kind of thing. I can do a little bit. I can do probably Jewish housewife a little bit better, but I wouldn't say it was good. From the real news from 1983. Jeez, rough. All right, so you guys, you're trying to. Jeez, these guys are holding down. I need more mountaineers. And these guys. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But that's the way it always is. Social media has always been about porn. I mean, that's how internet was. There's a Lebanon Civil War mod? I did not know about this. I was unaware of this. Although I'm sure that I could probably find one. I've never really thought about it. I don't really have. I don't really have. What do you want to call it? 9036 carry all. I don't really have mods installed. Not against mods. I just don't really normally install them. Nothing against them. It's just I prefer to play the game vanilla, at least for the first time. I don't think I've actually won a campaign yet. I think I won the tutorial. I don't think I've actually won a campaign anywhere else, though. Why are you down there? No, go away. Now let's convert. I need more. Oh, hello. I have more things to build. Okay, that's fine. I would prefer. Let's do that. Am I running out of steel? Oh my god, I'm running out of steel. Jeez. Alright, so I guess I'll drop you down. I can't not have steel. That's not good. We require more minerals. Which is exactly true. I need more minerals, and then I need more. Hold on, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put one there. Put 2 there. Put a few more there. Now I need to trade for some materials here. Turkey. Well, I mean, I can probably tell you why. You know, whenever you watch something from your childhood or from something that you grew up with and you just see it get bastardized, you kind of take it personally. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You should take it personally. Uh, you know, that's something. So it's like Star Wars. You know, when Disney bought Star Wars, I knew for a fact I had to let Star Wars go. That was it. I couldn't enjoy it anymore. It was done. Not because Disney is incapable of making good Star Wars, but the odds are not in favor. And I don't care whoever, you know, they can sit there and tell me that I'm being really overly dumb about my opinions on it, or that, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about and that it's the greatest thing ever. No, the new Disney Star Wars is trash. And I've said it on multiple occasions that when I was a kid, I loved Star Wars. There's still a part of me that really does like Star Wars. The problem is that new Star Wars it's trash. It's absolute and utter garbage. There's nothing to it. Well, I mean, it's okay to expand upon things. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with hello. Let's do that. I'm okay with people making up their own stories. I've said it on multiple occasions. If they made a story that was set outside of the timeline that is the original trilogy, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And as a matter of fact, I applaud it, because at least then they're making up their own stuff and it does not rely upon the originals. And they've had 1,000 opportunities to do this, and they've chosen not to do it. But I knew that when Disney bought it, I that was it. I couldn't be involved anymore. I couldn't really get behind it. I couldn't really deal with it anymore, because I knew I was going to be disappointed, and I was going to be so disappointed that it would eventually just kind of bum me out. I would feel very let down and disappointed. And I remember everybody telling me that I was being overly critical, that I wasn't being fair, that Disney had lots of money and resources, and they promised they were going to do it right. And you know what? I said, look, that's great. If they're going to do it right, that's fantastic. I'd much rather be proven wrong. And instead, I've been proven, well, in my opinion, mostly right. You know, or another example, Bethesda. I talked about it earlier this evening. I love Fallout. I love the series Fallout. But, I mean, the Fallout that we get now and the Fallout we got, you know, way back when, they're not the same caliber of Fallout. It's not the same group. It's not the same ideas anymore. It's marketed trash. It's bankrupt, like, in many respects. And I get called, you know, I know some people that get very angry at me when I say stuff like that. It's not that I don't think it has the capacity to be, it's not that because I don't think it has the capacity to be something better. It's just literally that they have a product in their hand that should be able to sell, and instead they've decided that they want to produce trash. And then what they do is they expect, and whenever you don't like it, they don't actually look and see what the problem is. They simply yell in your face and say, why aren't you buying my product? Or why don't you like this thing that I made for you? I think somebody described it as a skin suit, where you've got a bunch of people parading around as the thing that you love and you enjoy, and they then whenever you don't like it, they ask you, well, why don't you love me? And it's like, because you simply wear the thing that I like. You are not the thing that I like. And they don't see a difference. They can't tell the difference between the skin suit and they don't understand why the skin suit isn't enough, right? And that's a very interesting thing. Yeah, exactly. They get upset that you don't like their garbage. And so the only way to get around that is to basically force it down your throat. I personally don't think this is a good idea, but some people think it's the greatest idea in the world. I don't know why. And because enough people buy into it, I guess they get away with it. I mean, personally, I don't see how they get away with it, but I mean, whatever. Obviously, they get away with it enough. Is this the entire line? Okay, so I don't need this many people on this line. There's way too many people spread out over here. And it looks like the only people left are these guys. Holy crap. So let's see here. Purple is... Okay, purple's this guy. That's fine. Alright, I'm going to stop, let y'all reorganize. But yeah, no, it was the greatest comparison I think I've heard in a long time. It was basically like, it's like coming home to your wife and, she makes your favorite dish or your favorite dinner, and then, but slowly something doesn't look right. The dinner's not cooked the same way. It looks the same, but it doesn't taste the same. And then you look at more closely at her face, and then you realize there's seams running up the jawline to the neck, And then as you look more closely, you realize that your wife is not your wife. It's somebody pretending to be your wife and acting as if they are your wife, And so whenever you recoil and you go, oh my God, what, who are you? They go, of course, I'm that person that you love. I am so-and-so. And you, of course, respond with, no, you're not. And then they get really hurt that you don't like what they are offering. That's probably one of the best descriptions I can think of for many modern media companies. And it's kind of disturbing that description works so well, because that's definitely how I see it. That's absolutely how I see it. Is you've got a bunch of corporations that parade around in this skin suit of the thing that people love, and it's all trash. There's nothing about it that's good. Now, it's definitely a much more visceral and disgusting way of looking at it, but it does work. It makes sense, and I think it does fit. All right, just finish them off. There we go. Let's actually push this in. But yeah, no, I mean, not to belabor the point, but it's definitely one of those things that it's hard to always quantify, and in some cases, like, here's a good example. I've been meaning to watch the Boba Fett story thing, I just haven't gotten around to it. But I will say this: the snippets that I've seen, not only have I been unimpressed, I've been actually the exact opposite. I actually am not interested in what they're offering me here. Not because that there's nothing good about it, but just because when I see it, it does not look like Star Wars. It looks like something else. Like, I think I made the comment on Twitter. I was like, this looks like something from Dr. Seuss has been supplanted and put in Star Wars. And one person was like, it's just woke bullcrap. And I didn't disagree. But a bunch of people got really pissed off at him. See, I stopped watching The Mandalorian after, like, maybe at the end of season 2. My dad likes Star Wars, and I think we watch it every now and again, just so we can kind of like enjoy the old times. Like when I used to watch the movies all the time, and he would just sit there and just kind of hang out with me while I watched the same movies over and over and over and over and over again. But yeah, that's it was, again, it's a different time. But with this stuff, I'm not only not interested, I am repulsed by what I find, what I see. Because the first season of The Mandalorian actually had I think it had a lot of potential and did a really good job at the very, very beginning. I think the first episode was fantastic. The issue is very much so the episodes that come after, right? Oof, there's a lot of good materials right there. Yeah, no, it is in my opinion somebody's version of Star Wars that really wanted to write a fan fiction, got their wish, and then wrote a fan fiction. That's what it is to me. All the new Star Wars to me looks like somebody wanted to be like, I wanted to be the guy that flew the Millennium Falcon out. Yeah, it's a self-insert, It's the everyman problem. Air research speed. That's interesting. And I hate saying that. Here's the thing. I don't take any joy in saying any of this. I don't like the fact this is where we've come. I hate it, actually. I don't like the fact that we have companies that go out of their way to make sure that their product is designed to not be interesting or not be good. I think that's the stupidest thing in the world. Yet here we are. There's just nothing we can really do about it. And so, I mean, see, even the Baby Yoda thing, I wasn't against. It's the Deus Ex Machina crap they always shoehorned in, you know? And the fact that the Mandalorian is supposed to be this really powerful, I'm going to say powerful, that's the wrong term, really awesome, super experienced fighter, when he makes really stupid mistakes, that part always makes me angry, because it's insulting. It's insulting to the viewer. It's insulting to what's this? Completion time, effect, duplicate, research grants airspeed, bonus twin. What does it do for me? What's this do for me? Remove duplicate research effort. So this grants air research speed. Okay, I guess I'm going with this. They do sometimes. I think it depends on what's going on. They definitely make the Force cheap. I will not deny that. They make the Force a very cheap. I don't want to use the word product. That's not right. They make it very cheap. And it's not interesting whenever they do anything with it. Exactly. You don't need Jedi to make a good Star Wars story. The problem is the Jedi are the most, I wouldn't say notorious, that's not the right word. They're the most well-known, and so therefore they need to use them in order to actually push whatever it is that they're doing. Say push. They're not really pushing anything. They need people to love it, which is exactly the problem. There's not much to love. I don't know many people that even people that don't hate the new Star Wars, even they aren't. They may at first have extolled the amazingness of them, but they back down from that pretty darn quick. I think whenever The Force Awakens came out, I remember people telling me, like, oh man, you're wrong. This movie's amazing. And I was like, at best, this movie's okay. And that's if I'm being really, really generous. And, you know, they looked at me like I was crazy. A year later, they're like, okay, well, the movie wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. And I was like, I never said it was bad. It definitely has lots of problems, story-wise, plot-wise, character-wise. But you know what? Lots of good stories have that. That's fine. I wouldn't go so far as to say that it sucked. It definitely has lots of problems, but I wouldn't say it sucks. Of the new trilogy, it's the best. Let's put it that way. And among all of the other movies, if we're going to compare it to any movie on the prequel or the original trilogy, it is, of course, the worst. I would watch Attack of the Clones 100 times before I watched freaking The Force Awakens again. And I'm not being facetious. No, it's not good. It's not terrible. It's just not as bad as it could have been. It's not good. It's just not so bad to the point where I would say it's unwatchable. I'll take it back. I could probably watch it again and come up with the opinion that, yeah, it's unwatchable. But I think that it's got lots of problems. Oh, of course it was, but they already told you that. They already told us that. They literally told us whenever they were making it, that's exactly what they wanted it to be. They wanted it to be a reboot of the original trilogy. They wanted to capture lightning in a bottle. Or sorry, now capture lightning in a bottle. They wanted to recapture lightning in a bottle, which in my opinion is literally saying that you want to shoot yourself in the face. It's one of the reasons why Pacific Rim is terrible. Now, Pacific Rim 1 is also terrible. I need to get a drink. Now, if you want to do an in-depth analysis real quick, let's do it. Let's do an in-depth analysis. The problem I have with Disney Star Wars is they want you to be attached to all these characters without actually giving you any payoffs. There is no reason for us to care about anything going on with most of their characters. The times they do set it up, they destroy it in order to make the movie more applicable to foreign audiences. They don't have a direct audience. They don't care about their audience. They just want to sell you processed crap, and then for you to purchase more of said crap. Oh, no, I agree. But Pacific Rim is a bad movie. It's just a really fun bad movie. Like, the acting in Pacific Rim is bad. The CGI in Pacific Rim is meh. But it is a fun movie. It's a fun movie to watch. It is a fun movie to be a part of and experience. It's not good. It's just fun. And I'll take it. I'll take it. Nah, Felix is asleep, I think. Felix! You awake, bud? Can you say hi? Nah, he's sleepy. But yeah, no, so Disney wanted us to have all these interactions and these not the word interaction, I'm sorry, that's the wrong word. They wanted us to have these attachments to these characters, like not Finn. Although Finn, is it Finn? The stormtrooper, right? The stormtrooper guy. That's a great story to tell. Okay, well, you know, you set it up, and then what did you do with it? What'd you do with it? Nothing. You burned it to the ground and you ignored it. Why? Because you knew it wouldn't play well with the Chinese audience. So then what was the point? Well, the point was, you could say that you tried. Okay. No. All right, what am I not doing right here? Let's put you here. And so, that right there already burned a couple bridges, but, you know, whatever, who cares? The Chinese market is all that matters to them. And I think a lot of gaming companies are going to learn this lesson in the next few years, where they think that kowtowing to China is going to help them, when in reality, I think it's going to do anything but. I'm 90% sure that the gaming market that has spent so much time appealing to China is about to get bent over, and they're instead of learning their lesson, they're going to go, no. We just have to try harder to work with China. That's the issue. And here's the thing: if you want to make a movie that's appeals to the Chinese audience, that's fine by me. That's cool. That's fine. I go for it. I don't care. It's not my problem. But don't be surprised when they are not interested in what you're putting down. And the Chinese market is essentially run by dictators that are not interested in what you have to say. It did, but the thing is, like, they're not going to stop. They haven't learned their lesson yet. They're going to still try to make games that appeal to the Chinese market. They haven't, and they won't learn their lesson for a lot longer. They're going to need to burn loads of cash and tons of time and tons of energy and tons of opportunities tons of resources trying to communicate and work with the Chinese government to get what they want, only to eventually be told to screw off. China is not stupid. Video games are more influential than movies. They are not dumb. And a Western market making the games that their people consume for large periods of time is not conducive to a good way of life, according to them. It does not matter how hard you try. It does not matter how hard or how much you want to make a game they like. They will kick your teeth in. And they'll still come crawling back to them, begging for another boot. Because these companies are run by corporations that all care about the bottom dollar, and because it's super cheap over there, they will bend over backwards in order to get that market, not realizing that market will never be allowed to get them. That's it. That's the sad truth. It is a lot of people. You know, it's the sunken cost fallacy. It's the same thing as gambling addiction. Gambling addiction. They have had a taste of what it's like to have access to all those people. They don't want to give it up, and I wouldn't either. Let's be real, I wouldn't either. But doing business with China has a lot of drawbacks. I mean, a lot of drawbacks. Like the fact that you don't own your intellectual property at that point. What do you mean ban? Are you not aware of this, fucker? Are you not aware of the ban in China? China. I think the tanks here. Do you have tanks? You do have tanks. So recently, China, it wasn't quite a ban per se. What it was is it was a harsh crackdown on video gaming. So one of the things they did is originally they were working with Steam, and by the way, this is something that Steam has signed on to and has actually doomed the people of China to deal with. This is very much Steam's fault too. They did this on purpose, but Steam worked with the Chinese government actively to create a Chinese version of Steam. The problem here is a Chinese version of Steam means that the Chinese government has direct access and control over it. I don't care how many people tell me that oh, it's not that bad. No. You have given access, you have given a foreign tyrannical dictatorship power over your own video game marketplace. So in the West, we have our version, and in the East, they have theirs. We also have American companies that created the Great Firewall of China. Like, there's 1,000 problems here. And they are all self-inflicted, and all they're going to be doing is they're going to be signing their own death warrants eventually. Like, that's what this is. Eventually, with the Chinese version of Steam, came the first ban on video games, which they already had a pretty extensive ban on video games. And now they're going to crack down even harder and even more, and it's not going to stop. Now, the Chinese market is essentially cut out to anyone under the age of 18 who, for weekdays, they have 3 hours, question mark, if I remember correctly. I forget the exact time frame, but basically they have 3 hours a week to play games. Now, you could say, oh, that's not too bad. No, okay, fine. You could say that, but it is bad. And then on top of that, they're looking to put in more restrictions, and American companies are going out of their way to actually encourage this. Like, oh, that's such a good thing. Thank you so much. Why? Because in China, they have to bend over. Yeah, it's nasty. They have to bend over. They have to. And so if they do something wrong, the Chinese government will just simply kick them out. When in reality, that's the end goal anyway. China does not want them there. They will be kicked out. If they can't kick them out, they will be heavily restricted. And to the point where essentially a lot of the like League of Legends or the pay-as-you-go kind of games, they're going to die. Those are all going to die in China. There's no way they're going to survive long term. Now, again, people can sit there and tell me that I'm insane, but I was like, bro, it's the way it's been for a long time. China's not interested in playing ball with you. They are interested in, they're interested in empire building. Well, guess what? It's not very conducive for an empire to ignore when its people are essentially playing and consuming foreign media. That's not wise. And again, people can tell me that I'm crazy, and I have had multiple people tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know anything, but I was like, look, so far I've not been wrong. Whenever I start getting wrong, I'll start listening to you. But what the hell do I know? I'm surprised I'm not getting more experience for this, but whatever. Actually, what do I have a surplus of? Do I have any surpluses? I have some fighters. Close air support, carrier close air support. I don't have anything for that. Oh, tactical bombers. I haven't been putting tactical bombers out. Close air support 2, tactical bombers. And let's put you on there. But yeah, no, it is a nightmare scenario in China, and it's only going to get worse. That's the sad part. I feel bad for them. I really do feel bad for the Chinese people. Like, it disgusts me how that government operates. And I don't care. I'm on Twitch. It's Friday night. I just don't give a crap. Yell at me. Be unhappy when I say things. I just don't care. I can't be bothered to give a crap. Medium attachments. No, I can't do that. Small attachments. Basic high velocity cannon. Anyone who thinks the way things are going is out of their minds. China is very much an enemy of the freedom and the people who have spent the past 30 years pretending it's not our bastards. Yeah, well, I'm not arguing that. I think that it's what was that old quote? It's very difficult to get somebody to see something whenever their job depends upon them not seeing it, kind of thing. Let's see, there we go. There's an advanced tank. It's going to be quite an expensive little tank, but that's fine. Let's get the engine upgraded. Oh no, absolutely. That's going to be so the wealth of a nation is definitely by production. If you don't produce anything, you don't have anything. And we have spent so much time and energy making sure that we don't produce anything that it's going to be a problem for us. It already is. And I was just telling this to somebody just the other day. I was like, man, like, it astounds me why people can't see that very simple fact. And let's be real, like, the whole climate change crap, like, I'm not saying that there's nothing we can do to help the environment. Absolutely not. I think we should help the environment. We should definitely we should not be actively trying to poison our own, environments. Absolutely not. But to sit there and think that we can remain a country when we don't make anything, and not only do we not make anything, we actively try to push all of this out of our country. If you think you're going to live a comfortable life, or if you think you're ever going to have a job that, like, allows you to build wealth, you can't find one. You just can't, because other people need stuff that is made. Like, even the big tech industry, I hope we all know that's going to collapse soon. Like I say, soon. I mean, probably within our lifetime, big tech will collapse into something else. Now, what that means is going to be kind of broad, but big tech cannot survive with what it's doing. No. I don't believe that either. I'm not a true believer like that. I think that we can definitely clean things up. I think that we can find cleaner ways of doing things. That's fine. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh yeah, no, they've been selling it for longer than 50 years. That crap's has been pushed for a long time. I guess I need more steel. I'm literally just running out of steel everywhere I go. Something about me, increasing manufacturing everywhere I go is for some reason, it's causing problems, But yeah, no. So we will see big tech eventually collapse. The question is over what, and that's a good question. I don't know yet. But I know some tech companies with their really hardcore progressive values, they're still making tons of money for now, but it's gonna catch up to them. What the hell? What the hell happened here? I have no idea what that was. That's weird. I don't even know how that happened. Climate change is real, but something about how the universe has so many other ways of taking us out. Damn scary. Solar flare might be the worst. Oh no, man. The Yosemite Park is probably more terrifying to me. Because it's a slow death. Like, that's one of the things that kind of gets you. Well, like everything else, like eventually all things come to an end, which is a very scary thought. Everything ends, which like, hey, it's just the natural order of the universe. It is, except for the part where like republics like what we have tend to implode. They usually don't get taken out by somebody else. They usually implode upon themselves, which is not great. You guys, I need y'all to have a maintenance company. Armored recon. Well, there was what was it? Somebody was talking about doing the first, their first version of an experiment to block out the sun, and I was like, literally, people will die. Like, if you are going to block out the sun to reduce the temperature, like, imagine what you are doing, right? Oh no, they don't care because the people. The reality is that they know they can get rich off of that. So that's the difference. They know for a fact that they can get rich off of it. That's it. Nothing else. It's that simple. Oh, I don't know about that, but. Well, first off, if anybody trusts Bill Gates, I would like to direct you to literally his entire history. I am literally producing so much, I don't know what to do with it. Actually, I take it back. I know what I need to do with it. I just not getting around to it. Wow, I had that. Jeez, I've got so many things here. All right, so I'm going to take all the states. How much? I've got 771. Which one's this one? Sanma. Communist China, take all the states. Shaanxi, take all states. Take all states. And turn. Pass. Yes, this is the best part. I am the only power, so all of it goes to me. Alright, we're done. The peace conference was over. I took literally everything. And just like that, boys and girls, Japan is now the brand new owner of pretty much all of Manchuria. Now, we have some leftover communists to deal with. Don't you think? But first, let's make sure our infrastructure is up to snuff. It is not. So we are going to have to deal with that. We can't be going to war with the big German boys unless we actually deal with this. 48, jeez. I would no. I mean, first off, like, I would not trust Bill Gates to do anything. If you trust Bill Gates for anything, you don't know anything about Bill Gates. Like, he lied and stole his way to his wealth. Now, you could say, well, that's what everybody does. It's like, well, yeah, some people lie. Absolutely. That's not ethical. This is a guy telling you that he knows how to help you live your life in a way that is going to help you. Meanwhile, at the same time, preaching that it's better for you to die. Sorry, I just don't buy it. Alright, let's see here. Fortress Buster, Scavenger. Scavenger. I love scavengers. They're always fun. Now, you boys need to get up here. And we are going to fight the Soviet Union next. Do I want to take on the Soviet Union, or do I want to take on the German Reich first? Because the Soviet Union won't be able to fight me for very long. At least not in its current... Yeah, you know what? The Reich is going to be more dangerous to me than anything else. Alright, let's see here. What do we got? Alright, it's at almost 30%. So, god damn, man, you get captured so freaking fast. It's not funny. Actually. Ooh, hello. Definitely that. Definitely that. Definitely that. Hello. See, I could demand Indochina, or I can just simply take Indochina. Now, it looks like these guys... Oh, wow, if fascism is taking root in that place, that's cool. I guess I could still take out, or I guess I could still cause a civil war there. That would definitely help me out. But if I go to war with the German Reich, I'm actually not going to feel the brunt of that at all. As a matter of fact, that'll probably help me. And really, oh wow, the UK took out Italy entirely. Oh, nope, they still got a little bit there and a little bit there, it looks like. They got bits and pieces. What the hell? Regency Council? I don't know what that is. So yeah, Mussolini still's got a little bit of land left, but he's essentially off the board. The UK is the real threat. The Dominion of India, that's gonna be nice and easy actually. All I gotta do with them is just destabilize them a little bit. But if I can knock out, at least through civil war, these guys, like these guys, these won't have a chance. They're gonna die. Oops, wrong one. Now you boys line up on that border. And you gentlemen... Oh, I can't do that yet. I need y'all over here. Because these are all veterans. Hardcore veterans. Now let's see. Medium tank. It is 1944. Jeez. Okay, this war is going to go into the 50s. But that's because I'm not following the rules. That tends to happen. Oh, let's do more passive defenses. But yeah, I need that to get updated. Tactical Bomber 2. Look at that. Now I've got a massive infantry surplus. Very good. Now for my Marines. Can I add more Marines yet? Nope. God dang it. I can add Mountaineers, but not Marines. Because, of course, why would I be able to do that? That's silly. And honestly, with... Hold on, wait. I think I'm still using some crappy troops here, too. Yeah, y'all are trash. There's nothing... Y'all literally have nothing. Alright, so you're going to be flipped over to regular infantry. You're going to be flipped over to regular infantry. I need y'all to get resupplied. That may have been one of the reasons they had so much trouble with this. Although this might slow them down a little bit. I think it makes them slower. I don't know, until I get really tired. I've been trying to stream a little bit later. Hey, no worries, man. Thanks for dropping by, fucker. Have a good night. For me, it is midnight 30. It is late. Nope, can't do that. Medium turret. Medium howitzer. Medium cannon. Yeah, I'll probably call it out, or call it a night relatively soon. I just know that tomorrow's going to be kind of a... I know tomorrow's going to be kind of a... Oh, sorry, not really tomorrow. Today is going to be kind of a hard day for me, and I've been kind of just... I've been drowning in paperwork. So I thought I'd stream a little bit later tonight. Alright, so let's see here. Sloped armor. Machine guns. Oh, you know, I'm gonna make it. Urgh. Make this nice and good. Reliability 86.9. Let's make this fast. That's not a very intense turret either, or intense gun. Let's see here. How many? 82 out of 85. Let's see if I can make some of these. Bam. Ooh, negative 29. Jeez, okay, that sucks. Prepared, and you should be commencing. Oh, hello. Did I not? Commence. And I think 1944, America still hasn't joined the war, I don't think. Yeah, they haven't joined the war. Because Japan hasn't joined the war. Joined the where? Joined the where? Now, let's see here. We need to make... Oh, hello. First off, I need to do that. Second off, where's my other armies? Alright, they're still moving up. You lovely gentlemen are going to cover... Ooh, that's tempting, but no, not yet. Actually, there's no resources over there, is there? Not really. Okay, so Mongolia, you are in Comintern faction. Okay, so if I go to war with you, I'm going to war with the Soviet Union, which I don't want to do yet. So the first things first is I'm definitely going to go to war with the Germans. I do not want to be fighting the Germans on... Oh, I want to be fighting the Germans on a front that I can actually fight on. So... let's justify our war goal. Bam. And for the Russians, let's see if I can improve our relations. As for you guys, you're at nearly 30%. Okay, good. So I should be able to actually ally with the Siamese? The Siamese? Yeah? I don't know. Oh, you are down a man. So let's see here. Do I have anybody that can... Army 13. I probably want to use Mountaineers. And they're just going to push right down there. Wait, what? 2? Alright, whatever. Oh, those are factories. I was like, what the hell? What's up with the smoke? Oh, that's why. Man, still don't have the freaking bomb yet. Now, the next thing I'm probably going to do is increase supply lines over here, because that's going to be crucial to literally everything I do. I think I've already fortified it. Yeah, I've already fortified. They're fine. Hold on. Do my infantry here, do they have... No, they do not. They have no recon. Okay, so... that's not going to be good. How about my cavalry? Let's give them cavalry recon detachments. I think my armored division has an armored recon division. Yeah, there it is. It's already got there. And these guys don't have recons. Let's do movement plus 10. Movement plus, not 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I say armored recon detachment can't hurt. There we go. And I've got plenty of fuel to spare, so I'm good there. Oh my god, I have not kept up with this at all. I have literally just let this just go. Been so busy on other stuff. But we are going to take these boys out. One way or the other. Oh, I was like, what's going on here? I feel like this guy's just here for regular, like, leftovers. The heck? And next thing I need to do is plant some of these. Maybe one more over there. And that's what, 8? Yeah, 8 aluminum and 12 aluminum. Very good. Doo-doo-doo. Develop the Chinese resources. Yes, they're not going to put them to good use anyway, so it's fine. Now, we are going to go into an alliance with Siam. Lots of infrastructure I got to do before I even get to these. Ugh, low steel. This sucks. And close air support. I've got a lot of close air support. Do I have free factories that I'm missing? I don't think so. Light tank, I'm still short, but that's okay. Oh, looks like they're moving off. Alright, I need to do something about the Reich, like, very soon. I thought I did this. Yeah, there we go. I thought I did that already. And now I've got access to the nuclear bomb. Well, I will soon. Not yet. Night. Gonna build one of these everywhere. Actually, probably wouldn't hurt to have this around here either. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I can at least get that going. Alright, so I'm gonna do an alliance with Siam. If Siam is happy with me, or at least doesn't hate me entirely. Do they like me at all? I can't. How do I tell? But they are fascist, so there's that. If I can get them maybe to like 30% fascist. See, now they're starting to kind of like me a little bit more. I wonder if we can actually, you know what, let's do this. He can do, what's his specialty? No, bad. Alright, now let's do this one is, okay, so let's do diplomatic pressure maybe? That's 18, so that's plus 18. 24, there we go. This might help a lot, is pushing this over a little bit. That might get them to join an alliance with me. That's right, we are angry by by German posturing. There's 30% plus a relatively high happiness rating with us. I think we're in good shape. $54, geez. Okay, yeah, that's good. Improved engines. Come on. Let's get some rocket artillery in here. Available war gold. Okay, before I do that, I want Siam to join. Advanced medium tank chassis. Modern tank chassis. Let's stick with the medium tank that I have now, and then we'll replace it later. Bam! And just like that, we have our first victory. And I'm going to let that go for now. Well, they don't have many resource spots here. Let's see. They've got level 3 advanced artillery. I will ask for that. Thank you. Can I produce some of that? Level 3 advanced artillery, 4.5. And it's got a little ways to go, but that's okay. We won't need it very long. But I need you gentlemen to be ready to invade as soon as possible. And you gentlemen are going to go right... Do I want you to go down? That's fine. But I need y'all not to be All right, I need to do this now. We are going to strengthen the... No, I can't do that yet. So let's do... Army training, construction repair, construction engineering. There we go. That'll work. Always got something to build. All right. That's it. We are now at war with the Axis. And with that, though, we're going to call it a night. So thank you, everybody, for watching this evening. I hope everybody enjoyed and had a good time. I'm hoping that... let's definitely grab that. And let's keep improving those relations. Let's see if we can get them on our side for a little bit up until we turn on them, because they're filthy communists, and we don't do business with communists unless, of course, it's just beneficial for us. But I hope to see you all again very soon. I thank you very much for everybody who watched tonight. I hope to see you all again very, very soon. If you did enjoy and you've just been skulking around, that's okay. You can always join the Discord, which is in a link down below. We do history every Friday, and then we every other day of the week we're kind of just messing around and just having fun, talking mostly just video games, media, etc. Though tonight was a bit weird. We talked about a whole bunch of different stuff tonight. So I hope to see you all again very soon. Have a wonderful evening.